Hi, Storm. Oh, she's gorgeous, huh, baby? Look at you. Oh my goodness, hi, buddy. It's so precious. Hey guys, so today I am doing an elephant ear update for you. Whew, it's bright out here and super hot. So here is an update. Let me flip the camera around. So I've got my elephant ears all the way outside. They are in, some of them I've been keeping in full shade, and some of them I've been, not full shade, part shade, and some of them I've been keeping in full sun. The ones that are not quite above the soil are in full sun. The ones that have foliage are in part sun. So let's just start with the three that I planted up with you in the video earlier this year. The Magnum elephant ear bulbs, which are these three pots here. Magnum. I don't know what the difference is. I'm guessing they are named by the size of the bulb that you buy. So these three are Magnum. The rest of these were all leftovers from last year that I overwintered. But anyways, back to the Magnums. So we've got above the soil growth. There's not a ton of change from these guys. They just went outside full time last week, but there is growth. So this one has some tiny baby leaves. We've got a lot of these are side shoots. We've got a lot of side shoots coming through above the soil. And then where this one has this, there's another one right there. And then the third one has this little bit here. And then it was doing some center growth there, but that growth ended up rotting. I'm not sure what happened. I think it could have, because I was very careful with the watering. I barely watered them. And then the last time I watered, that middle piece decided to go ahead and rot. It will come back. It'll be fine as long as the bulb is not totally rotten under the soil. At this point, I'm not gonna dig down to check. I know it's rooted. There is some growth happening, so I'm just gonna leave it alone and see what happens. These guys, these Magnum bulbs, have taken the longest to do anything in my about 5 years of growing elephant ears. These are the longest bulbs. They have taken forever to show growth, and I'm just I'm going with it. I'm going with the flow. Elephant ears are not my centerpiece this year. They were last year, so I'm cool with them taking their time. Once they are showing me significant growth, like putting out, you know, bigger ears, then I will go ahead and plant them where they're gonna go. Right now, they are cool to just sit and do their thing. We've been getting in the upper 80s, and then the nights have been in the 60s, so they're fine to stay outside as long as it doesn't go below about 46, 45 degrees. They're cool. So these pots over here are the bulbs from last year. Every bulb that you don't see above ground growth is rooted, so we're just waiting for that above soil growth. This one is actually has growth above, and then these four, actually these three do not, because this one just popped some growth probably yesterday, and then this guy's already got a full leaf, and then this little guy on the way, so it's doing good. Oh, this one actually has growth, so we've got some growth right there popping up. The bulbs, these ones I overwintered last year, so basically I dug them up, cut off the growth, cut off all the foliage, cut off all the roots, and then let them dry out, and I stored them in paper bags in a cool, dry area. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. You can actually just leave them in the pot and bring them inside. You can let them dry up in the pot. So once they're fully dry, just, you know, put that pot, store that pot somewhere like in a basement, or, you know, a closet, somewhere where it's not gonna get, you know, above 40, I would say 45 degrees, because you don't want to stimulate them to start growing. You want them to go dormant and sleep. So actually someone I know does store their elephant ears that way. They just bring the pots into their basement. They don't always cut off the foliage. Sometimes you could just leave it on. I prefer to cut everything down. This winter actually, I will experiment and bring a smaller one inside to try to keep as a house plant and see how it does over winter. But yeah, so just some things that I'm doing. I'm watering freely. When I see the top of the soil dry out, I go ahead and give it a spray. Because it's outside with the wind and the sun, it's able to dry up much quicker. These ones without any growth, above the soil, not giving them a super full water, but I would definitely, dig around in that soil. If it feels dry in the top few inches, go ahead and give it a water. Anything that has growth above the soil, you can go ahead and water that fully, as long as you've got it outside and it's getting that wind and the heat and the sun, then you probably will be fine. So yeah, that is the update. I will start fertilizing. I have not started fertilizing anything yet. I'm still working on getting these grow bags planted and getting other things planted out into the landscape. So I'm not quite on a fertilizing schedule yet, but once I am, it will be fish emulsion once a week. And that goes for everything out here that's in a pot. Anything that's in ground, like hostas or some spirea, anything that's in ground, I don't typically fertilize unless it's a new planting. When I plant something new in, I will add a granular fertilizer in there, and that's it. I don't do anything extra. As far as the raised beds, they'll be on that same fertilizer schedule with the fish fertilizer. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. If I didn't answer anything, or you have something else that you need to know or want me to explain, go ahead and leave a comment or send me a message on Instagram. However you want to reach out is perfectly fine. And I'm sorry it's loud out here. It's midday and my crazy self decided to come out and film a video. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.